This video is going to show what you should do when you get an email from AT&T like this. Winter pricing from this date to this date. So this will be video 1 of 3. The first thing we're going to look at in video 1 is what should be done with this email as an overview. So this email starts with telling you what's attached, which is up here. Then it goes on to say some of the things that are being changed. So this, I would recommend printing out this page. That way you can have it as sitting aside as a reference and check things off as you go. So the first thing you notice here is that you're going to change the price of a phone. So we're going to change the cost and the price. And we're going to find all the relevant information in this spreadsheet, which we'll come back to. But I'm just going to go down and quickly look. I'm going to increase this one. I'm going to decrease this one. I'm going to decrease this one. This one's a little confusing. It says maintain to this price, but it says decrease. So I'm going to have to look in one of these documents to see what it's talking about. So we'll come back to this one later as well. As you go down, this is a launch. It's a new device. Doesn't exist in Retail IQ. Needs to be added to Retail IQ. Here you go is another launch. As you go down, you see promotionals, which do not necessarily apply to us. They're already in the system. This is more for salesmen and their commissions, that they can add this to one of their phone sales and get a particular commission for it. But keep going down so that you don't miss all this as well. So we've got decreases in the prices and costs of these Go phones, and then you have one more launch here at the end, a Go phone prepaid card. So if you go up, we've got changes in costs and prices for existing devices, new launches for phones, new launches for a prepaid card, and changes in prices for Go phones. Now, all the relevant information that you'll need is mostly in these top 2 Excel spreadsheets. When I say top 2, they appear as the top 2 on this particular email, but what you're really looking for is the one that says winter, or it'll say spring, fall, summer 2015, whatever year you're in, pricing, and the one that says winter 2015 pricing for field dealer communications. Okay, this is actually the more important of the two. But we're going to open both of them and just take a look. So the first one we're opening, what we're going to find as we scroll down is there's some things highlighted in red, some things highlighted in green. The red we can pretty much ignore. These are end of life. You'll also see it written as EOL, and it's going to just mean we can't order anymore because AT&T is not going to stock them anymore. But we don't really need that. It's not really relevant to what we're doing here, so we'll just move on to explain the stuff highlighted in green, which is relevant for us. These are the new launches that were on the last email we were looking at. As you go down, you're mostly looking for what's highlighted in green. Here's the new this is an HTC White that I think it said it had a change in cost and price. Here's the Amazon phones that were changes. Here's the Nokia. It was a change, or this one was the one we're going to have to look up because it wasn't clear. As you keep scrolling down, here's changes in your Go phone devices. This technically wouldn't be a Go phone, but it's listed with the Go phones. Keep going down, here's your new launch for your prepaid card. And as you go down further, that is pretty much everything. Sometimes you might see a new SKU where this SKU used to be this number and it's a new number, and in that case you would have to go in and create another one and disable the old one. So when we get that, we can go through one of those. So I'm going to close this document now. This just gives us an idea of what we're looking for. And this next one we're going to look at gives us more of an idea of what we're looking for. It gives more information rather. So I'm going to open this, and you can see the highlights in green on the right side, but it's not highlighted all the way across. But here's our first two Amazon devices that showed up in the email, and you can see this is the wholesale price, which is communications electronics price, which is our cost, and this is what goes in the price category, the no commit retail price. As you scroll down here, you're going to see more green. There's the other one. It has a price change and a cost change. Here's the other one that we're going to have to look into. Here's the two new launches, the two new Blackberries. We'll keep scrolling down. You see some things in green here. This is a promotional information, not really relevant to what we're doing, so we'll just skip it. Also, promotional information. Here we have some green highlights. This says in-store launch. Now, when I look at this, the first thing I would think is this doesn't say that this is a new device launch, so when you check this SKU, it should be in Retail IQ. If it's not, then you'd have to add it. But if it is, this just means they haven't actually started selling it in the stores yet. Alright, in-store launch doesn't start till 2/20, and today's date happens to be 2/18, so it's going to start in 2 days. So I'll keep going down. I'll see highlights in green, correction, EOL, end of life. End of life doesn't really matter to what we're looking at. Keep scrolling down. I see some information over here, green and blue, so I'm going to have to update these. I remember seeing these on the email. Keep going down a little further. Here's our new launch, which is in green, and that's the end of this list. So just to sum up this video, we're looking at the email, we're printing it out, we're carefully looking through the entire thing, we're going to this sheet to look at everything to get a summary, and we're looking at this sheet to get a summary. And then what we're going to do in the next video is change the cost on one, and we're going to launch and create a device for one, and we'll also look into situations like this that aren't clear. So this is the end of video 1, and we'll move on to video 2.